Oh my God. Every time you think the Clippers could go the distance, something has to happen to ruin it. So, Kawhi Leonard's out for game 3. Are you serious? Are you actually serious? In a series like this, which by the way has been the most exciting series out of any of these playoff series, KD versus Kawhi. You got KD and Russ taking on Kawhi, Devin Booker, CP3, and DeAndre Ayton. It's a 1-1 series heading back to LA tonight, game 3. You know it's been wild so far throughout the series. Kawhi Leonard has been playing like a monster. He's looked like the best player on the court through 2 games. And in a game 3, that's gonna be in LA, Kawhi Leonard's not gonna play. You already don't have Paul George because he was dealing with a knee injury. He's still trying to come back. He's probably not playing in this series. So there was no Paul George to begin with. Now there's no Kawhi Leonard tonight. Why? Because of a knee sprain. Apparently he aggravated his knee in game 1, played through it in game 2, and the team just decided, let's not put him in for game 3. It's a day-to-day type situation. They're going to try to get him ready for game 4, but they don't want to risk him in game 3. Oh, my God. The funny part is, I remember there was a moment in game 1 where, he was coming down the court, and I don't know if it was he made a turn or someone bumped into him and he kind of staggered out of bounds, but that moment happened, and it was like, it's kind of a little shaken up, but I didn't think it was anything serious. And if you saw him in game 2, there was no sign of Kawhi being hurt. He played the way he played in game 1. He looked like Kawhi. He looked healthy. Yet here we are, game 3, no Kawhi Leonard. Well, realistically, looking at the situation, we can all sit back and say that the Phoenix Suns are going to take a 2-1 lead in this series tonight. They're going to win game 3. But let's look at it from a narrative standpoint, because anything can happen. You can be down your franchise guy and find a way to win a game that you're not favored in. We've seen it happen. So maybe it's possible. Let's look at the narrative. Russell Westbrook has been getting absolutely body bagged by the fans and the media over the last 2 years. We all know about the situation that happened when he was with the Lakers. That whole first year was a disaster, and man, that did not do anything positive for Russell Westbrook's mental state. And then heading into year 2, he's still there. Everything is still bad. And then he ends up getting traded to the Clippers. So he has been getting toasted by the media left and right over the last 2 years. Here's your moment. This is why they brought you, Russ. This is why they brought you. There's no Paul George. There's no Kawhi Leonard. You're going up against a tough Phoenix team. Kevin Durant, CP3, Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton. We know what they bring to the table. Russ, you are on your own. It is Russ versus the world once again. You stand alone, Russ. What are you going to do? Now, obviously, he has teammates. Though, can I trust in Norman Powell? Can I really trust Norman Powell to be able to bounce back after that Game 2 performance? Will he step up? Hopefully, because Russ is going to need some help. Is Eric Gordon going to play the way he played in Game 1? Are you going to get anything from Nick Batum? Is Zubac going to get beat by DeAndre Ayton? Because Game 1, Zubac had the advantage. He outplayed Ayton. Game 2, DeAndre Ayton outplayed him. So is Game 3 going to be the game he steps up, especially with no Kawhi Leonard? Are we going to see that? Maybe Ty Lue's going to give more minutes to Bones Highland and Terrence Mann, because those two, when they're on the court, they're bringing some positive outlook. They're being effective. You have to play them. So you're going to have to rely on the depth of this team. These bench players are going to have to step up big time and make their shots, and Russ is going to have to lead the charge. Russ is going to have to lead the charge, but Norman Powell's going to have to follow suit. Russ cannot do this on his own. So Norman Powell, you have to play well tonight, but it's going to be Russ versus the world. This is your time. 2 years of being just completely criticized, bamboozled, bashed straight up by the fans and the media for 2 years. This is your time. This is your time, Russ. This is your moment. This is your game. Like I said, realistically, the Phoenix Suns are going to win this game. there's no Kawhi Leonard. The Phoenix Suns are going to win this game realistically. But from a narrative point of view, because of everything that's happened to Russell Westbrook, maybe, just maybe, he can lead this squad to a Game 3 victory with no Kawhi and no Paul George. Maybe we can get that 2017 Russ, that MVP Russ, to just show up tonight. Can we get a 40-point triple-double from the Brody? Can we get that from Russell Westbrook? Is that actually going to happen? We have to see. But the Clippers are in trouble, bro. The Clippers are literally in trouble with no Kawhi. The Clippers are literally in trouble without Kawhi. There's just nothing here. Russell Westbrook and the rest of these guys are going to have to step up huge. I don't know what you can do. Because, I mean, like, you're losing Kawhi Leonard. That's one of the best players in the game. That's a top 5 player you're losing. I mean, this guy was outplaying KD. Well, Phoenix, there's no excuse. You have to win this game tonight. I don't care what happens. There is no excuse. I don't care if you're on the road, whatever. There's no excuse. Phoenix, win this game, go up 2-1. That's what's expected of you now. You guys were already favored heading into Game 3 with Kawhi there. Slightly favored. Now that there's no Kawhi, this should be a blowout. This should honestly be a blowout. No question, this should be a blowout. But we'll have to see what happens. Russ, this is your moment. This is your moment. This is your time. Go out there and own this moment. I want to see 2017 Russell Westbrook. Just give me that MVP type performance. Again, we named them. Norman Powell, you got to show up, man. You have to be the number 2 here. You have to come alongside Russ. The two of you are going to have to lead this squad. Eric Gordon, I need to see some production from you. The way you played in Game 1, I need that here in Game 3 because you did not have a good Game 2. Nick Batum, give me something. Zubac, you're going to have to outplay DeAndre Ayton. You're just going to have to. You're going to have to, no matter... Like, if you do not outplay DeAndre Ayton, if you're not beating him on the glass, if you're not getting these rebounds, Clippers are going to be in serious trouble. So Zubac is going to have to step his game up. The rotations are going to be very interesting. Yeah, I expect to see a lot of Terrence Mann and Bones Highland in this game. In fact, they probably would put Terrence Mann in the starting lineup. Who knows how that's going to go. I'm interested in seeing the lineups they're going to have tonight without Kawhi. But yeah, the Clippers are going to have to step up big. It's going to come down to their three-point shooting. Without Kawhi Leonard, it's going to come down to the three-point shooting, and Russ is going to have to facilitate the basketball. So we always say it. You live by Russ, you die by Russ. So it's going to come down to that. You're going to live by Russ in Game 3, you're going to die by Russ. Either he's going to control the ball, be the point guard, facilitate, get these guys good looks, and they're going to make them, and somehow they'll pull off the upset in Game 3, or he's going to be turning the ball over, missing shots, ineffective plays. They're going to get beat in Game 3, and then they're going to have to hope Kawhi plays Game 4, and they manage to tie this series. But man, no Paul George, no Kawhi Leonard, Russ versus the world, going up against the Phoenix Suns with Kevin Durant, CP3, Devin Booker, and DeAndre Ayton. That is insanity. Wow, I can't believe this, man. Kawhi's knees are just such an issue. Like, Kawhi's knees have been his biggest opt his entire career. Literally, his knees have been his biggest ops his entire career. It's crazy. The amount of opportunities that he's had to compete for a championship that has been squandered because of these knee injuries is unfortunate. It's truly unfortunate. But here we are again with Kawhi Leonard and these knee injuries. And with no Paul George out there to try and help carry, I just don't know what's going to happen. So, yeah, I mean, Phoenix, this is probably the type of situation where you have to win the game. I expect you guys to take over early on and just keep that pace. But who knows? Maybe Russell Westbrook will give us an MVP-type performance, rally this team together, and they'll find a way to get a Game 3 victory here, go up 2-1, and hopefully they'll get Kawhi back for Game 4 and be in a better place. Who the hell knows what's going to happen? But it's going to be a crazy game tonight. No Kawhi Leonard. Russ versus the world. This is his story. This is his narrative. This is his time, and this is his moment. Let's see how he performs. With that being said, that is all I've got, and I'm out of here, man. Peace.